What's going on, guys? This is Aaron. Hope you enjoyed that little intro cinematic. We're loaded up today to go to a car meet. It's pretty early in the fucking morning. It's 8:12 a.m. and I have a 45-minute drive. We're going out to a car meet with a bunch of Mercedes and other BMWs, and I'm gonna try to get some photos, work on my photography a little bit. I might get some panoramic shots or anything like that, just of the cars. I don't have any equipment whatsoever, so everything would be handheld, but we're at least going to be able to see what we can do and make something of it. All right, so this little clip I'm shooting right here, this is on a Sony A5100, just using the 16 to 50 millimeter kit lens. I'm just going to walk around the vehicles here, mostly focusing on the BMWs because that's what I care about. I'm not really a Mercedes guy. That way you guys can at least see the cars that I'm about to show you the pictures of. This is unedited, color graded, etc. That way you guys can just see the full results that I was able to achieve. This is overcast day, not a lot of sun, very muggy kind of day. This meet was actually in Allen, Texas, at the city park out there. And I managed to take a few of the pictures of the cars. I took a couple of the Audi just because I wanted to try out some different angles with the badges. Didn't really take any of the photographs of the Benz because, again, there was only like 3 Mercedes there, which was really kind of funny because this meet was put on by a Mercedes group. There was only like 3, maybe 4. You can actually see them in the top right of the corner. It's just a silver and white one here right now. There was an old, like, early 80s diesel Mercedes that was there. Really clean example. Now, again, this clip, I'm just trying to show you how the day was. Overcast, really cloudy, and then we're going to go over the pictures one by one. I took 26 pictures and edited them in Lightroom with a couple of presets and changed the presets around to get my desired effects, how I wanted them to look. And I'm very satisfied with how these came out. One of the pictures, or one of the sets of pictures, has been circulating around the gram, getting a lot of traffic, particularly that bagged wide body D36. So let's go ahead and cut over to those clips, and then we'll see what you think. All right, so here we go. This is going to be my timeline of my Lightroom. You can't really see the left corner because of my face, but this is going to be the timeline that I have. We're going to go through each of the photos, show you the before and after. I can't really go through the history of everything, but I'll show you a few of the presets that I'm using. And I want to let you know a lot of the presets, actually every single one of the presets that I have in my Lightroom are free. So if you do a little searching, you'll find a bunch of free presets that you can use and then modify to your heart's content. Specifically, Street Golden Hour, Instagram Film, and Instagram Moody are some of the ones that I use the most, just to kind of get a good baseline. That way you can build from there. It just really depends on the vibe that you're really going for. So let's go ahead and start with this one. This was one of the first pictures I actually took at the event. Going down, this is my E39. Most of you are aware of that. Then there's a few E92 335s. This one right here with the hood popped up, that one, it's nasty. It's a full gutted race build, VRSF cooling system on the turbos, everything. Like, it's great. This 750, whew, I don't know about that one. This is my friend Stanley's 135. This is Peaches _dirty 6 on Instagram. This one right here is that wide bodied and bagged E36 Supreme Cream. E36 is his name on Instagram. Now this is the edited, as you can see, and then this is the before. This is kind of what we wound up at, and you can see in the top left hand corner, you can see what my sets were at. This is 1/2000. Shutter speed was probably a little too high, but some of the stuff was still set at auto. I just had it set on manual aperture, that way I could at least adjust that and the focus accordingly. This was on my Sony 50mm 1.8 OSS lens. Again, you can see that right there. So all these pictures that I'm showing you were shot on a Sony A5100, as well as with the Sony 50mm 1.8 lens. So keep that in mind. You don't need any kind of crazy gear. Altogether, my camera setup, I think I paid like $300 for the camera, another $200 for the lens, $500 camera setup, and I was able to achieve these types of results. Now, again, this is my first real outing using my camera and shooting other people's cars besides my own. So keep that in mind. So this was the before, this was the after that we wound up with, that I started putting around everywhere. And a lot of people seem to like these pictures. And if we go through some of the history, I'm just basically messing with the exposure, stuff like that. See it, you kind of see it was really flat to begin with, but you can just kind of see where everything wound up. But yeah, I'm not great at this stuff, you know, telling you how I did things. I can just show you what I did edit wise. Again, this was the before, after. Everything was at f3.2 because I kind of wanted to get the entire front of the car in focus. I just didn't want the furthest most point in focus and then the rest out of focus. Before, after. Another carbon fiber hood here. I don't see why people run carbon fiber with a dent right there and don't put the badge. Doesn't make any sense to me. Just get one that doesn't have that notch there. I don't understand. All right, so this is the before. You can see it's blown out. Sky's blown out. Road is really kind of blown out. So I did my best to try to bring it to the tone that I wanted. And I'm happy. I'm happy with how that came out. And then this one. This currently is my most liked photo on Instagram. I did not expect that, but this is my most liked picture on Instagram currently. I feel like this would make a really good print, but the camera that I shot it with, since it's only like a 24 megapixel camera, it wouldn't look good blown up on like a canvas or something like that in an actual print. It would really depend on the size, but I feel like this would make a solid print. It just reminds me of like a Need for Speed game cover, like box art, you know what I mean? But this was the before. You can see blown out everywhere. After. And all of these edits were entirely done in Lightroom. I didn't take any of these inside Photoshop. Everything was entirely done. And this is a head-on picture with Supreme Cream E36. I was a little off center. That's why I haven't really shared this one too much. I thought I was dead on, but I wasn't, because how I was taking the picture, I was squatted down. Camera was very near to ground level. And even with the flip up screen flipped up, it was hard for me to tell if I was centered on the nose or not. But here's the before, here's the after. And then now we're getting into the Audi pictures. This is a wrap on this. My friend Jared, most of you know him as Jinko Racer. We've mentioned him on the channel before. He had this exact same wrap on his car. The pictures, it doesn't really come across too well, especially in this one. But this is the before, the after on that. You can kind of see it's got like a purple tinge to it. This is the before. What the fuck? I don't think I edited this. Did I not edit that? I didn't, because I wasn't going to use it. Yeah, I didn't edit it because I wasn't going to use it. This is the back, but it's purple with some flake in it. That's the after. There's the before. And this is the one I edited here. So you can see the flake, but the wrap job, there was like stretches and stuff like that. It looked like the wrap had been on there for a while and it was starting to show its age. But here's the before. And here's the after. And again, I know this is not in focus. I was messing with the f-stop to try to get all of the emblems in focus, and I thought I had it on the viewfinder, but I did not, sadly. Still learning. Again, this is the first time I took the camera out to photograph other cars besides mine. And here is Supreme Cream's E36. This is the after. This is the before, so not a whole lot of changes. It was mostly with exposure and contrast on this one, and a couple of graduated filters. My brain just went full dum-dum there, and I tried to put like almost a matte haze over it. Yeah, before, after. Another shot of Peaches and Supreme Cream. This is the before, the after. Another shot of Supreme, before, after. Another one with both of the cars. This is the before, that's the after. This is probably my favorite shot. I don't know, I really like the portrait style pictures of the side profile of a car. I don't know why. That's the before. That's the after. But I can't really share the portrait side views of cars on Instagram too well, just because of I don't take them in the right space. You know, because you have to crop them to 5x7, and they're normally, to get the whole subject in there, my placement was entirely off. This shot didn't get used. That one's not even edited. This one, I do believe, yeah, this one did get used, but not to any major things. But this is the before, this is the after. Focus point was on my car, which I feel like it was pretty close to being nailed. Yeah, because this one, it focused right here on this car. And this was actually the only E92 M3 there. This is the before and the after. This is just a shot of the butt, because at this angle there was a car here, so I couldn't really get that angle how I wanted it. But so I decided to kind of split the shots. So this is the butt. That's before, after. So before, after. Basically, we're just changing the mood. And this is that 335i with the VRSF stuff on it. So bumper cut, exhaust is cut, gutted all the way through. You can see all the way to the dash in this thing. He even cut the spare tire well out of the car and put a block off plate on it. Like, it's pretty gnarly. So this is the before. That's the after. And this one didn't get edited, but this is the block off plate for where he cut out the spare tire well. Another shot of the rear of the cars. These, my E39 and the two cars that were parked right next to me. Focus point on this car, naturally. This is the before, after. And this one is where the focus point is on my car. Same picture, just focused on my car. Before, after. And then this is going to be the front end of that E92 M3 sitting on some Workmeisters. This is the before, after. See, and this is just a dead on front end shot of it. Before, after. So as you can see, I'm trying to keep everything the same tonality of the other types of the pictures. This is the engine for that one that's been gutted. I didn't do a whole lot to these just because I don't know what to do when it comes to photographing an engine. I just wanted to see if I could try something. This is the before, after. Really just added some contrast to it, hazed it up a bit. Wanted to make it fit the tone. This is another engine that switched to like dual cone filter system. Focus point was on the BMW. I feel like I hit that. That's the before, after. And then this is a shot of Supreme Cream's E36. And then this is Steve the Asian's E36 as well. Before, after. Front end shot didn't get edited. That one didn't get edited either. This one did. Before, after. Basically, a lot of these pictures are just a lot of contrast, exposure, clarity, graduated filters. Some of them even have radial filters on there. You know, before, after. Because a lot of the problems you see when it comes to people doing car stuff, they really overdo it. That I've seen, you know, personally. They turn up the clarity to an extremely high rate. So like on this one, it's at plus 26, right? But if you can turn this like way the fuck up for no reason, there's absolutely no reason to do that. But I just kept it like here. But this is the before. This is what I landed on. And I just want to say something about this guy. This guy liked the pictures of his car that I took so much. He DM'd me. I just sent him the links to the pictures of the car. He DM'd me and he was like, "Hey bro, what's your Cash App?" And he tipped me for just taking pictures of his car. Most people, and I say most people because everyone else here got the same message from me with the pictures of the cars. I was not looking for money. I did not do this for money. I just did it for practice for myself. But everyone else was like, "Hey, thanks, man." And that's it. You know, whereas this guy, I told him, I was like, "Hey, I'm not looking for money. I didn't do this for money." And his exact response was, "You took time out of your day to do something for me. And that's worth something to me." Blew me away. Blew me away. And that's it. These were just their Instagram handles, so I could remember to tag them. But that was all the pictures that I used, the befores and afters. Now, if you guys want a little bit more in depth, we can always you can let me know in the comments section below, and we can go forward with something like that. And we can do a video of me going through and editing a few photos, or even if you want to submit your photos to me, we can think about doing that, and I'll make a video of it. So if you guys want to submit your own photos for me, please make sure they're in RAW format. You can do it at TheMysticSpade@gmail.com, and I'll set everything aside for a series to do. But if this helped you guys out and give you guys a little bit more confidence to not be scared to get out there and shoot something that you want, you know, take some photos, practice. This was my first time doing it to any car besides my own, and I got paid without even trying to. So, you know, it's like, you got to get out there, put yourself out there. What's the worst that could happen? Someone doesn't like the pictures? Oh well. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.